Hey, what's up everybody? ESAM here bringing you another video. This one going to be the last video of the matchup chart for Pikachu, and this is going to go over very few matchups because these are the matchups that I think Pikachu loses, and yes, there's a reason I think Pikachu is really, really good, and you can see it. I only think Pikachu has two losing matchups at the current moment. After I go over these two, I'll kind of go over where I think the matchup chart will end up showing a little bit later, so essentially moving the not sure, moving some of the 50-50s, and we'll see essentially what the list might look like, in my opinion, in a few months. But anyway, let us just go on. So, Big Noggin, aka 4555, is going to be Ness. So essentially, the reason this is because Pikachu can't camp Ness, because obviously he has Magnet. It's really hard to juggle Ness due to the fact that he has huge hitboxes and a really, really good air dodge and amazing aerial mobility, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint him one spot in the air. Pikachu's hitboxes aren't really big enough to punish his air dodge very easily, especially if you want to keep him in one area of the stage, because you might hit him, but you'll probably hit him back towards on stage, so keeping him off the edge, really, really difficult. It is possible to edgeguard Ness, but it is very, very, very risky for Pikachu to do, since he doesn't have a giant disjointed anything that's really relevant in order to kill him, because you don't really want little bits of percent risking, dying at 25. So it's kind of scary to really go off stage versus Ness unless they're so far to the point where you can just get hit by their up B on purpose and then tech the stage and they're not going to live. Ness out kills Pikachu. In my opinion, the neutral is fairly even, honestly, but again, Ness controls the momentum because of the fact that he can sometimes move backwards, and that's a lot more effective than Pikachu's moving backwards. The damage output is about even, but it's really hard to keep Ness in disadvantage, which is one of Pikachu's biggest strengths. It's somewhat difficult. It's not even difficult, it's just scary to edgeguard him. It's very, very risky to edgeguard him. And so yeah, if you have to play so well in order to keep Ness in disadvantage or keep him off stage, and if you mess up once, it's oh, well, now you're just gonna short hop Nair, trade with my forward, or you take one, I take 12 or whatever, how much it does, to 11, something like that, some ridiculous damage. His landing up air is really easy to land on Pikachu. It even beats, I've tried to space up air on a Ness and they up air me forward and we trade. And that's crazy. That move is amazing. So landing up air is really obnoxious for Pikachu to do with. It's really hard to punish. He obviously has back throw, which is a all-encompassing kill move. It'll kill at edge Pikachu 70, 75 from across stage, maybe 110, 115. So that's really, really early. Pikachu obviously does have up throw Thunder, but again, really difficult, really risky to go for grabs against him, because if he just perfect pivots away from one of your grabs, he can just grab you for it and kill you even earlier or get a lot of percent. Just the combos, honestly, for Ness aren't that amazing. If you just DI in and then SDI up, you pretty much get out of most of Ness's combos in one or two hits. But again, his individual moves still do a lot of damage. So he goes, oh, down throw up air, that still does 25, and that's about how much damage Pikachu's gonna do for a combo. And again, it is fairly difficult to keep Ness in disadvantage. Pretty much the way you're gonna have to keep him in disadvantage is either preempting a move you're expecting, but if he air dodges, then obviously you're in disadvantage now against him, which isn't that bad, but still, it's the switch of positions. And then also, the other thing you can do is pivot forward smash on a bunch of his landings, but if they just air dodge the other direction, you will probably not be able to hit them for it, or you hit them with the very tip, which is weaker. So it's not really that effective, so it's kind of unfortunate. Just Pikachu can't really get a grasp of anything unless you throw Ness off stage, get a read on their air dodge, and then you can kill them off of that. But that's pretty much going to be your saving grace in this matchup, which is why I put it at 45-55 and not worse. But you know what character you can't really do that versus? Mario. So I hate this matchup, and the reason I put it at 4-6, honestly, is, so think about this. So most people, Samus's and Mario's, agree that Samus Mario is an even matchup, right? And, I've beat really good Marios. I haven't played that many super good Marios, but I beat Ally. I've beat most of the Marios I've played. I haven't lost to a random Mario since. Whereas with Pikachu, where I'm clearly the best Pikachu, I was losing to a bunch of Marios. And it's not like I understand the matchup better, because I understand Mario as a character very, very well. But, so there's no way that me losing to 7 or 8 Marios and me beating the best Mario is a 5-point difference. There's no way. So this matchup has to be 4-6 or worse. So Mario controls the neutral. Pikachu can't camp, because not only, he doesn't heal off of it, but he sends it back at you, and it makes it now an advantage for him in neutral, in his neutral. I feel like the neutral is about even, so the neutral is about even, but Mario gets so much more off of a hit than Pikachu does. It's actually really scary to get back down against Mario because of the fact that he has Flood. So if he reads, like, you can't just like quick attack for free like you can against most other characters, like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the other side of the stage, because if he has Flood, he just goes, okay, well, Flood, now you're dead at whatever percent you were at, because he Flood, you know, run over, cape, whatever, you're gonna die. Like, that's really scary. It's hard to get off the edge versus Mario. Obviously, he has amazing kill potential in terms of his back throw and his up smash, although it is worse than, let's say, Ness's or a few of the other characters that kill a little better. But the thing is, Pikachu also can't get any safe kills on Mario due to the fact that, you know, all of Pikachu's kill setups are like somewhat close quarter combat, and Mario's are just better and scarier than his. So like, you can't really go for a grab safely, because if he reads it, you get up smashed, or like sidestep grab, you know, damage, whatever. If you're losing, or even if you're winning, he can start bringing a comeback. And like, in my opinion, when Mario's at high percent, you can't really fish for kills. Mario's at a really awkward weight where I feel like up throw thunder like never kills him for some reason. Although now with the wave bounce thunder, which I'll make a video about very soon, you know, you can mix it up a little bit more, but it's still somewhat obnoxious. You can't really edge guard Mario due to the fact that he has, like, because of his crazy aerial drift, like, he moves so fast in the air for no reason. The fact that he can just like have multiple spots where he can up B and relatively safe. So if you think he's gonna up B low and he up B's high, you typically can't punish him, or you got hit by his up B. And then if he goes low and you weren't ready for it and have the downer already active, the up B will probably stuff whatever you try to throw at him because it is disjointed and invulnerable on startup. So it's really, really difficult to edge guard Mario. And even if you hit him out, Pikachu's attacks, since they hit people like kind of up and away, he just kind of falls and then up B's anyway. So yeah, you can get some damage, but you're typically not going to kill Mario off of that, like, ever, which is kind of unfortunate. He can hold down, so if you're trying to like try to maybe like forward tilt 2-frame him, he'll just hit you with the coin. Obviously, Mario has way more jank in this matchup, in my opinion, than Pikachu does, because while Pikachu has back air, drag down, and fair footstool, Mario has things like the coin jank, he has Flood, he has cape. You know, it's really, really difficult for Pikachu to even recover versus Mario, because if you ever have to zip more than once, he can just kind of like, if you want to zip like under the stage so you're safe from Flood, which makes sense, he can actually cape the extended hitbox, and that's actually happened me versus MVD a couple of times. So it really, you're not safe recovering anywhere, which is one of Pikachu's best attributes. It's really hard to get off the ledge because he has dash attack to punish ledge hop, ledge jump, and neutral get up, and then if you try to time it, then you just typically get back thrown anyway, or you roll on stage. But if he reads that, he's like, oh, charge up smash, you're dead at 80. So this matchup, just every single aspect of this matchup is even, or in my opinion, in Mario's favor. This matchup sucks. I hate this matchup. Thank God I play Samus. Oh my God, I'm so happy I actually found a secondary for this character. So that's going to be it for the matchup chart. As I mentioned, Lucina and Dark Pit not really covered, just like they're down here still. And I don't really feel the need to cover them just because I feel like the other characters, like their clones, are similar enough in the matchup. But anyway, so with some opinions, I'm going to move to where I think the matchup chart will end up going in a little bit. So yeah, after moving it, I think this is what the matchup chart will maybe look like. I can also imagine a Sonic moving to here, but I feel like, you know, first stock type of games, like that's always going to be 50-50 because it's just whoever gets it, because there's enough jank on both sides, you know, with like between forward smash 2 frames and like Pikachu jab blocks, that typically you'll get the stock early. So this, in my opinion, is like the worst matchup chart that could be for Pikachu, because I think everything else is pretty solid in my opinion. And yeah, that is going to be it for the Pikachu matchup chart. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, social media and Panda and partner stuff is down below. I will get working on the Pikachu neutral guide, or whatever the other sections of the guide that I have to do. And I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.